from Hymns and Home, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple wildflower wreath that will transition easily from spring into summer. So I had a friend ask me a few weeks ago if I would be willing to make her a wreath to replace her favorite spring wreath, which is starting to deteriorate after a few years of use. And I said, sure. So the other day we hit up the craft store looking for some florals and stuff. And when I say we, I mean my kids and I did. Now, I don't know about you, but I usually have to go craft store shopping with kids in tow, and they're very patient usually, but I don't always have the luxury of time to just stand around and make all sorts of decisions about wreaths. So what I do, knowing that I can return stems later if I don't use them, is I just grab a bunch of different things that I think might work together well for a wreath, only take the tags off the one I actually use, and then I return the rest. So that saves me a lot of time without having to stand around in the craft store with my kids who are like, are we done yet? So the first thing you'll need to make your wildflower wreath is a grapevine wreath form. So this is about an 18-inch wreath form that I found at Michael's. This is not a sponsored post, by the way. I just am telling you where I got stuff just in case you want to find the same things. And then I chose a variety of foliage and flowers for this wreath. I did choose a lot of different colors of flowers because that is what my friend's wreath had that she liked. So I have some yellows, some purples, pinks, whites, blues, but they are all very muted versions of these colors. So they all work together. It's not like they're competing for attention because they're all really bold. You can certainly stick with a different color palette, whatever works for your home. You could go more neutral, or you could go totally bold and go with bright pinks and purples and yellows, whatever suits your home the best. So also for this project, you are gonna need some scissors to cut off tags, some wire cutters. I like these ones by Husky. These were a Christmas present from my husband. And then potentially some floral wire. So there are actually two ways that you can secure your stems in this wreath. It just depends on how much wear and tear your wreath is gonna get, how long you want it to last over the years. So the first way is you can just leave the stem on your floral really long and just push it into the grapevine wreath and it will stay. Or you can wrap floral wire around your stem, push the floral wire through the grapevine wreath and secure it on the back. So I will show you both ways how to do that. So the first thing I like to do when I am starting to make a new wreath is to just lay out my pieces on top of the wreath, so I'm not having to like constantly shove in, take out, because that wears and tears on the grapevine wreath a lot and it can start breaking pieces off. So I will simply just lay everything on top to see what kind of layout I like, and I always start with the greenery first. So because this is a wildflower wreath, I want it to look really natural. I just want it to be little delicate flowers all over. Now, typically when I'm making a wreath, I usually have my focal flowers and then my accent flowers. Something big would be like a focal flower, like a big peony or hydrangea or something. Now in this case, for a wildflower wreath, I'm sticking to lots of little delicate flowers because that's what my friend liked and I want to make it to suit her. So to secure your stems into your grapevine wreath with wire, you're going to take one of your stems, making sure that you've trimmed off any excess stem at the bottom that you don't need. Then you're going to take a length of your floral wire, making sure that when it's doubled over, it's still long enough to reach through your grapevine wreath. And you are going to wrap it around your stem so that you have the two tails sticking off still. And I like to go around a stem or a branch, so it has something to hold on to. And then I'm going to twist it and wrap it a few times on the stem to make sure it's secure. And then you are simply going to go through the holes on your grapevine wreath, making sure you straddle some of the grapevine. You don't want to go through the same hole with both pieces, otherwise it'll just slip right through. So you're going to pull it through, and then you are going to twist it on the back to make sure it's secure, and then you're just going to trim off any extra. One thing to note as you're making your wreath is that you want to keep your pieces all going in the same direction. So it doesn't matter if it's clockwise or counterclockwise, you just want to keep your greenery all flowing in the same direction. And what I mean by that is, you see how the branches are going this way? The stem is over here, the branches are going this way. I'm going to continue on with my branches and my flowers going the same direction. You'll see as I'm doing this too that I am kind of going, making sure I cover the inside and the outside of the wreath as I go along. I'm not just going in one straight line along the wreath. I'm trying to go inside and outside so it adds some volume and some depth. So for these, I am actually taking off most of the leaves because it's becoming too bushy over here. So I just slide this bottom part off, then slide the leaf off, and then I can just thread this back on right here. So there you have it, a quick and easy wildflower wreath that transitions nicely from spring to summer. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button, and you can follow along at Hymns and Home on Instagram or at hymnsandhome.com. Thanks for watching.